Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pulls and fires complete. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to throw, it's Carr. He wants to take the top off. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Harbor. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Parking the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's loose. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Firing to the right, complete. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period.
Notre Dame 7, South Carolina 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback. You know, I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pauly. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Carr. Trying to set up the screen. Crosses to 40. It's a seam wide open. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harvard. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bennett. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Creates a little room. And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Calls his own number. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Makes the grab, it's Bennett. Early on the Jets. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback making checks. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Got his man on the right. It's a running room. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Snagged in the middle. It's Bennett. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
That's a laser, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking laser.
With execution in the passing game, QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So an 82-yard drive there. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Love. At the 45 on his way. Wide open spaces. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the quick pass. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Working that left side now. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. No good.
Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie.
Field goal attempts, fellas. Still tie ball game. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Harbor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah. Opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Harbor. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Motion from the wideout. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going to sling it on second down. Gets away from one, but he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives, because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
To the air, it's Sellers. That's reeled in, it's Bennett. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Gamecock. And that one will give him the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's live. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. In the backfield, it's locked. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's locked. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. With the catch, it's locked. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Trying to bully their way in. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Got to find a completion on this one. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will
Fucking weirdo.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride.
It's the definition of playing somebody who's just limited right there.
And certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of
Getting chopped up all game. They can't, got 3 or 4 plays. Shit don't make any sense.
Because this is a ranked matchup, so when you get this win,
Chopped up all game.
Huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college...
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Bottle, it'll final time, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Peoples. And they're able to make the tackle.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Off the RPO, complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, you see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sayed. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down. The defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that is what every single defense wants, man. They got to get those negative plays so you can put them in predictable situations. They gave up some yardage, but that's okay. Getting the sack, now forcing the 3rd and long, gear up the pass rushers, bring in some extra DBs, and try to go get them again.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Trying play action. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. On the looking for more room. Touchdown Gamecocks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
You can tell this defense is locked in early in this one. On the first drive of the game on third down, they're expecting pass. They had multiple players in the back end defensively with their eyes on the quarterback, able to jump the route, pick it off, take it back for a touchdown, and they've already seized a ton of momentum.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his big tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. To throw, it's Sayin. Takes the easy one to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Quick completion on the out. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Right on target this time. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quick completion to the right. Breaks the tackle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Tate. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Slides away. Slips away. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, South Carolina.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Peoples. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Under fire. Touchdown Buckeyes. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Harbour. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Harbour. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. Makes a grab for a big play. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this, I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Bring in the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got out of trouble and throws. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
At the 24-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball.
Deuces.
this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. He stopped at the 17. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
To the air, it's Sellers. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. Janging on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Escapes the sack. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harbor. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Sellers. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Using the quick game. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole 1st quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job executing. All of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going for it all. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now look out. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Just does not like to be tackled. Discarding guys and getting to the 21. Back to the ground game on the left. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to buy time. Big fella moving. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Off play action. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He gets it into the end zone, and he runs it in on the fake to take the lead. An 84-yard drive there, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here in the final 2 minutes. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Fires to the right. Rolls it in. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Takes his shot. It's caught downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Williams. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to fire to the left. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Keeps looking downfield. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Buying some time. Caught in the backfield. It's Lewis. And the defense drags him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board. Right, quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack. Set him back, but they'll go for it here. Sends it downfield. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown.
It's terrible offense.
Great job through the air for this offense. 2-minute situation, executing at the end of the half to go take the lead and take the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He turns it loose to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd go Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
South Carolina offense is back on the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to fire on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got a man. It's Bennett. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on fourth down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it. First down and more. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The Gamecocks are on the move. He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Wide receiver going in motion. They want to run this quarterback. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off play action on first down. Buys a little time. Looking down the left side.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Here's the pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Misses again, it's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clark. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Handoff from the gun. Spin move. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
South Carolina, 22. Alabama, 15.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Steps away to find some room. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this
defense ain't working, my guy.
Flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
To the air, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play lots of room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Deuces.
Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a whole lot of room to operate on. Turn as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeps it on the draw. Fights off a defender. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Gamecocks get it past the sticks.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bennett. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got it down the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught behind the line. It's Baxter. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to run for it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
Now, I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He wants to go deep. He's got another 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And they tacked on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
And this is a defense that prides themselves on their ability to go sideline to sideline. It's going to be tough for this offense to go QB option in this game. And you just saw the speed of the defense right there, getting a big stop.
He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He'll set up to throw. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He steps out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Nice work there by the return team. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
What a cut. Now he's loose. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Just ran him over. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
He makes a catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Here's the give off the left side. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Manning. Finds his man out of the backfield. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play.
Here we go. Timber.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Longhorn! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that is was a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. Getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Got it in the middle. It's Bennett. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. The sure hands, it's Clark. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing covered.
Oh, a lot of space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here in the game in the fourth quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium. And on that 4th down, they're able to hook up, move the sticks, and keep this momentum going.
They'll try to run for it. Hard running there. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14.
That makes the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Quarterback may change this route. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Here's a heat. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Big Bliss is dead.
And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Caesars Superdome, home of the Saints here in New Orleans. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this ball game underway. That one bounds through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. All wideouts, no backs. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Way to set the tone. And if I'm that defensive player, not only did I set the tone, I'm telling them about it. The whole way back to the hook. We got plenty more where that came from. Hey, QB, you want to run? Keep coming back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Grab near the sticks. It's Lucas. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Quarterback adapting. Got his man on the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
My coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harbour. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. On the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Brings up 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 7, South Carolina 0.
First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Clark. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that is another first down for the offense.
The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Tight end now in motion. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He's got him. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Holmes. Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Lucas. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling plays.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nolan.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. points here in the final minute of the first half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. That's caught. It's Bennett. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Trying to change now on second and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
RD, what a play by the safety, and the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover 2 and you're sitting back in half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him. He takes him right to the football. Free safety jumps the route, makes the INT.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Florida State 14.
And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
South Carolina Gamecocks will take over first and 10.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. It might be a good call later on in the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get to safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
And the extra point is good.
South Carolina, 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hubbard. They drag him down to the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Got it behind the line. It's Bennett. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Going to swing it on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Slips a tackle. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. Offense changing the play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going up top. He's got it in more than enough for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he pulls it in at the 15. This offense had to feel they were in the weeds a little bit, but they stayed in the fight, and now you get a break, and you feel better about everything.
And isn't it crazy? Sometimes those little breaks you get just create the momentum you need to get back in the football game. It takes a little bit of luck. Got a good break there.
They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And the Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the goal line. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 82 yards. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the shuffle.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. Had the coverage they wanted, receiver ran on the route, just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. To the air, it's Castellanos. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Good gain on the return. This defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in the sudden change situation.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Clark. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air, it's Castellanos. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They're looking to throw on second and short. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
The Seminoles pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick Timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How will they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The Knowles enter the final minute with the lead. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Pocket breaking down. Gets the first himself. He's loose. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make it happen.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll try to get outside. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over.
Florida State 41, South Carolina 14.
David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Harbor. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much... to take the touchback. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
All right, let's get it. Right. Get set.
They'll try the run. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, dog.
So an elite read right there, boy.
They can
Couldn't be
use
more
this
blind.
first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry match.